A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a highly anticipated speech, Chancellor Rachel Reeves is set to unveil her autumn budget on Wednesday, a crucial moment for the government amidst mounting pressure from various fronts. With the nation grappling with weak productivity, high borrowing costs, and the ongoing cost of living crisis, Reeves' budget aims to address a multi-billion-pound shortfall in public finances. The Chancellor's priorities include reducing NHS waiting lists, managing the national debt, and alleviating the cost of living for struggling households. For months, speculation has swirled around potential tax rises as the government seeks to balance its books. Reeves has committed to an ironclad fiscal rule, requiring that day-to-day spending be matched by receipts in the fifth year of the forecast from the Office for Budget Responsibility, OBR. However, recent developments have cast doubt on this commitment. With higher borrowing costs, welfare policy reversals, and a significant downgrade in productivity forecasts expected from the OBR, the fiscal landscape has shifted dramatically. Economists predict a shortfall that could reach up to £20 billion, with the Institute for Fiscal Studies estimating a deficit of £12 billion. This budget is not just about numbers. It represents a pivotal moment for Reeves as she navigates the scrutiny of anxious backbench MPs and bond investors. The Chancellor had previously left £9.9 billion in reserve as a buffer, but this safety net is now at risk of being depleted. To return to her spring headroom position, Reeves would need to raise £22 billion, and analysts anticipate she may go further to restore confidence in the economy. A significant factor contributing to this fiscal gap is the anticipated decline in productivity. Productivity, a key measure of output per hour of work, is crucial for economic growth, wages, and living standards. The OBR has historically overestimated the potential for productivity growth, and recent forecasts suggest a rate of only 1.25% by 2029-30, which is considerably lower than previous estimates. Each downgrade in productivity could lead to an increase in public borrowing by £7 billion by the end of the decade. Reeves is reportedly frustrated with the timing of the OBR's assessment, especially as it coincides with a broader economic slowdown. While the UK was the fastest-growing G7 country in the first half of the year, the overall growth remains tepid, with household and business confidence waning due to tax increases, high borrowing costs, persistent inflation, and geopolitical tensions. The bond market's reaction will be crucial for Reeves, as she works to reassure jittery investors and avoid a repeat of the turmoil that followed Liz Truss's controversial mini-budget in 2022. Currently, the yield on 10-year UK government bonds hovers around 4.5%, the highest in the G7, while the 30-year yield is nearing its highest point since 1998. Investors are increasingly concerned about the UK's fiscal position, particularly as the national debt approaches 100% of GDP. Earlier this month, reports surfaced that Reeves had abandoned plans for a significant income tax increase, sending ripples of anxiety through the investment community. With annual debt interest costs running at £100 billion, accounting for £1 out of every £10 spent by the Treasury, the Chancellor faces immense pressure to coax yields down and reduce this financial burden. Despite Labour's pre-election promises not to increase taxes on working individuals, including income tax, national insurance contributions, and VAT, Reeves is left to explore alternative avenues for revenue generation. Economists predict a mixture of tax increases and spending cuts as the Chancellor seeks to navigate this complex fiscal landscape. However, any attempt to implement smaller measures carries the risk of backlash, reminiscent of the pasty tax debacle that plagued the Conservative government in 2012. Critics of Labour will point to OBR forecasts indicating that tax levels as a share of GDP are at their highest since World War II. Yet, Reeves may highlight the necessity of increased spending to address public service needs and support an aging population. In her budget, Reeves has pledged to focus on reducing living costs. Measures aimed at lowering the headline inflation rate are expected to take center stage, providing relief to households and potentially encouraging the Bank of England to cut interest rates. Families are currently facing significant pressure from soaring food prices, while businesses have reported that tax increases in Reeves's previous budget have led to price hikes. The Bank of England has reduced borrowing costs 5 times since Labour's election victory, with the most recent cut occurring in August, bringing rates down to 4%. Financial markets anticipate another cut during the upcoming Monetary Policy Committee meeting on December 18th. Although inflation has likely peaked, it remains significantly above the government's 2% target, currently sitting at 3.6%, the highest rate in the G7. As Chancellor Rachel Reeves prepares to deliver her autumn budget, all eyes will be on her proposals and the potential impact on the UK economy. With challenges mounting and expectations high, this budget could prove to be a defining moment for both Reeves and the Labour government. The coming days will reveal how the Chancellor navigates these complex issues and whether her measures will restore confidence in the public finances and provide relief to struggling households across the nation. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.